early gold possibly for TSA.
Yeah, I think you deny it anyway, right? Like you go there and just get rid of the ward at this point, deny them the kill, or do you think that? Wait, which ward spotted which one? I actually didn't see that.
Empire smoked out and they placed their ward, and then Spirit were placing the ward at the exact same time, and the smoke didn't break. So Empire know there's a ward there, Spirits, but Spirit don't know they see that.
I see. And why Spirit's ward on 50% HP? They tried to deny it, but they didn't?
They do that, I think, every time now. I've been seeing in these like common places where they put it like one hit away, basically. And it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you, you know?
Yeah, it does, I guess. I mean, it makes it a bit easier for the enemy team to destroy it as well. It takes one hit instead of two, but it makes it way easier for you to deny it. Yeah, I actually didn't see that. That's a nice catch. I didn't see that they were doing that.
Very wise. I wonder, it probably makes the most sense to do 60%, you know, or like, you know, you still would need 2 hits to deny or to kill the ward, but like 1 away or 2 away for the other thing.
Yeah. Actually, 60% makes a lot of sense. I like that. This is also fine. There's something new, you know. This game always evolves. I love that so much. Like, you always find some new little tricks, things that teams are figuring out. And what I like the most here is Team Spirit, guys that literally just won TI are innovating. You know, they're doing new stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, it's just this game. Like it's not about the money really. Like we just live it, and that's it. Players just live it. I remember when Liquid won TI. I'm waking up the next day, I'm screaming or playing some pubs, I can't remember, and I see Mind Control is in a game already. He's playing pubs. He literally won TI the night before.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know, the money's nice, to be fair. Probably for these players.
It helps. Yeah.
But the other thing about this, and obviously a ton of these players have transferred over. I actually don't even remember if any of these players were in the old Team Empire, but this was the best of 5 that got played right before TI, Empire versus Spirit. And if not for one game, we would have different TI champions because Team Spirit almost didn't go. We got to cast that series, and it's just crazy, like how much your and can change in just the course of a couple of
DOTA DPC tournament. Team Spirit played versus PSG LGD in the finals. The best of 3. I might be lying, but PSG LGD had Zhao 8 as their stand-in.
Right.
And they just dominated. They won the game. It looked very easy for them, and then they played another finals in like a month, and that one they don't win, sadly for them.
The pressure comes for us all. It is not an easy thing to deal with. TSA, that one hurt. That one hurt.
You have to be careful. Like Miposhka is so close always because of the boots. Hits for 75 damage plus the Ether Shock. Nyx Assassin is he's not really known as the best laner.
Yeah. As down bottom, they're already taking a nice little chunk of damage here from Mir, as well as that range creep, and Lightless is actually going to have to come over and soak up some of that damage. Otherwise, might have been a bit of a kill potential there. But the panel was talking a lot about this like dynamic of Batrider versus Dragon Knight instead, like swapping and putting in an off lane Queen of Pain. We're seeing that Iceberg is having a pretty good time here, 10-0 versus 9-0, but it's mainly the Razor that's having a hell of a better time. 5-4 versus 2-0 for Ghostic, who's just not been able to get anything done with this lane.
It should go like this for the Batrider until you get a stack or two of the hard camp, and then you try and mess with the equilibrium of the lane. And then Batrider can farm some stacks as well in the triangle. You make your comeback that way. A bit easier for you, right? The mid lane as well for Iceberg right now it's going all right. But the moment Dragon Knight hits, like he has this bracer level 2, but you just don't kill him. From that point onwards, you're just tickling him as the Queen of Pain. Bottom lane...
Chance for a kill here. They got Brain Sap up still. The rundown is continuing. Oh, put the juke shoes on. And able to back out of there. Mira gonna be fine.
Yeah, actually, with those boots, right? Very difficult for Kaori to keep up with him, catch him. And they're doing really well when it comes to resources of Empire on the bottom lane. Kmeta has been used now. Kaori, this is his second cell. Brought in.
Structures are fortified.
Oh my god, Mira. I feel pretty good. It's gonna just TP back home. So interrupts the stack and then also keeping the pressure on and not gonna get pulled away.
Yeah, meanwhile Collapse is just hanging in there, right? There's a TB that just used the meta. You couldn't really CS, but at the same time he pushed the lane in and now you're free farming under the tower. This is dangerous. Like you talked about it, Lightless. The moment Collapse gets that meteor hammer, this lane becomes impossible for TB.
And we're probably going to see him rotate and go to somewhere else, as Maposhka gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna try and get a deny, maybe. Oh, the clap! Nope. Gets the neutral creep denied, dude. Oh, that's frustrating. Gotta be frustrating. They at least get the stack on the camp at the same time, but
a small prize there at least.
Yeah.
Iceberg even had level 2 Scream of Pain, and it still wasn't enough. And Poshka just timed that pitch perfect. Gets denied by the clap in one hit. Top lane. Oh, the Impale. He still should be going down.
Yeah, no stick. Chases in, and we'll be able to get a return kill. Maposhka finds the finish there. But getting the kill onto Yataro, definitely important in these early goings. And
yeah, they're trying to get Mira here, but it's not possible. And you see how these small little things like this Impale, if it connects, Batrider doesn't die. They just get a free kill. But this one small little juke on the Impale and Miposhka gets a free kill. It's so good for Shadow Shaman to get free experience on that kill as well, right? Like getting closer to that level 6.
Yeah, for it at the 5-minute mark, not bad at all. In the mid lane, Iceberg tried to get aggro, not enough mana for the Sonic Wave, otherwise Toronto Tokyo would be dead right now. And manages to back out of there. I'm surprised at how much pressure Iceberg's been able to keep on. Just taking no points in the blink right now and constant pressure on the Toronto.
Yeah, he knows this matchup inside and out as well. Iceberg, top lane, yeah, they should be fine. Iceberg has been a mid laner for a really long time now, and these kinds of matchups are really his bread and butter.
Yeah. Well, at least for the moment, you can see that the relative strength, particularly between these offlaners, is where we're seeing the differential going on. And Mira makes the move in, actually. Kaori is going to have Nightmare available to keep Mira back if they need to. But this is just to try and disrupt Lightless's CSing a little bit, and does manage to stop him from getting a couple of last hits. So, you know, nice little value there of threatening and nothing lost.
Yeah, Catapult as well hitting the tower a little bit. Meanwhile, Collapse finishing off his Meteor Hammer. He's like, what, 300 gold away?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a minute 7 Meteor Hammer, a pretty fast one.
They can see Lightless realizing, okay, can't be here anymore, off the jungle, starting to farm. And Mira might go and try and contest him. This is a really nice play by Team Spirit if Mira is able to find him in the jungle.
And he plants the same ward. Unfortunately for him, instantly the courier scouts it out, as there was this. Like usually, what you do is, if your ward gets devoured by a sentry on a high ground, you can risk it and plant another observer there, because maybe they won't try and scout the same place twice. And as the sentry doesn't give you vision, sometimes it works out well. Not this time though.
Mira stole that big creep from Lightless. Dude, this is so annoying. This has got to be so annoying for the Terrorblade. It's just like, leave me alone. I want to farm. But nope, not going to happen. And mid lane, Iceberg taking a nice chunk of damage there. Does have Blanket 7. and it's just going to try and keep
What the clockwork?
Tokyo off
careful,
of the
though.
tower. Yeah, that Maposhka wraparound would have been deadly.
Poshka from one side, Mira from the other, but he also knows that they're not showing anywhere on the map, so he's quick enough to blink up.
Okay.
Well,
Lightless.
moving in. Trying to do what damage they can. Wants to find a nightmare and an impale. Do they kill off Toronto Tokyo? And for a couple more punches and a stun afterwards on the iceberg. Lightless still living through it. Misses the sonic wave, but still gets the double kill. And now Lightless in some trouble as Yataro makes the rotation. They find that kill on TB. As Mira, maybe also in some trouble here as TSA trying to chase him down. Does have another impale. Don't know if that was a miss or a little bit of a dodge with the illusion room, but in other case, Mira's going to get ran down a little bit. Cogs to push back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Follow-up stun, but nothing else doing afterwards. Oh, you can't afford to die right here. It still is a 15 stick. Should be okay.
I was thinking he might go in. Yep, he goes in.
No. Oh, no, not like this. Taro, the slowdown, tries to back. No mana left, iceberg. Oh, not like this. Is going to get dropped, and TSA also in some trouble. Despite Carapace will try and buy a little bit of extra time, but it's not going to happen. And suddenly it's 8 minutes and 3,000 gold. Team Spirit looking a lot more clean in this game number 2.
Yeah, 3k gold lead. Your tier 1 on the bottom lane has been taken by Collapse, who is just AFK farming on his OD as always. Takes control of the lane and then just slowly pushes into the tier 2 and tier 1 mid. You also use the fortification, so the mid lane tower is falling, and it all comes down from the fact that Queen of Pain went for that clockwork kill. A little bit of greed from Iceberg, really. Like, if you let the clockwork live there, you go back, you defend your tower, you don't die, your Nyx assassin doesn't die, and you probably can make a better fight a little bit later, but bot lane, is this a kill?
They want it to be,
so.
but not going to happen. Tough stuff.
Radiant's middle
They're
tower
wanting to
is under
keep this
attack.
area open for their Terrorblade to farm, but it's just so easy for Team Spirit to run in there. And now, with tier 1 tower dead mid and bot, it's like there's nowhere really that feels super safe.
Yeah, 100%. And when you're TB, you don't necessarily want to be stuck in the triangle already. Your best bet perhaps would be to move slowly to a stop. Collapse.
Looking for it, spike Carapace. Connects down to, oh no, not like this. Stun afterwards, can they get in range? They don't have another Dragon Tail, but they just dropped the ulti. TSA, and now Iceberg trying to get out. They have vision. Oh no, they don't. That's the
They
range
don't.
sentry.
Yeah.
So the back away, Iceberg looking kind of okay, but they're gonna lose Kaori, so. Whew, man, where there's one hero, there's many.
This is looking rough already for Empire. That first game, they were showing signs of hope, definitely, but this second one, nothing is truly working out for them. You gave Collapse his OD, he's just catching targets out. Iceberg, even though the laning stage was fine afterwards, he isn't truly able to do a lot with the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, and this game is, you know, it feels like it's so much on Iceberg to be the one getting stuff done. Ghost Stick moves into position though, wanting to make something happen, but it won't come in time. Iceberg walks back in, hook shot off the mark. They have still only level 5 on Kaori. Need to get a lasso, need to get something going, but Team Spirit, they're covering each other so well, never leaving a person behind.
Yeah, you can see that Iceberg is now rethinking going in or not. Like, he has a kill there. If he jumps on the Razor, blows him up with Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave, he has a kill. But the problem is, you don't see Miposhka, and he is constantly waiting in the right spot. If you maybe jump in, he's gonna hex you, shackle you, and you will fall afterwards. As a Queen of Pain, it's hard to play versus these Shadow Shamans and Lions.
Okay, who do you got? They're gonna use the lasso there. That one's annoying. Have to use it on the position 4, but at the same time, gotta get kills on the board. So Empire pick one up.
One problem that I'm seeing for Empire right now is their objective taking capabilities are non-existent. Like, you just don't have heroes besides TB that take towers, right? So you have to make these small skirmishes, these small pickoffs and fights, or you just have to 5-man top to take that tier 1. Like, look at the tier 1 tower, it's 100% stage PO. It's untouched. Same for the mid lane.
Well, it is gonna be, I think, also like with Miposhka potentially having a chance to go with wards now. Also, you gotta wonder if Team Spirit just keep this momentum up, how quickly they can run down objectives themselves, since Empire really don't have an ability to do it. But TSA will not have Vendetta there. Zoro shows himself for a moment. Back towards mid, get the stun, hook shot afterwards. The calls push back, maybe. Ooh, Nightmare. Gotta trade it over. Not gonna do it. An Iceberg able to back out. I was wondering if Tokyo was going to take the Nightmare off of Miposhka to get the Hex and Shackles, but no such luck.
Yeah, nice play from Bane there, right? He goes in, instantly sleeps the Shadow Shaman, and you don't really have a chance to follow up on the pop.
Well, they found themselves TSA. DOT breaks it, and that's pretty good right there from Empire.
Pretty solid disengaging, right? Like, twice now they dodged the aggressive move from Team Spirit. They didn't really use any of their spells, and perhaps now they can go for a smoke, instantly smoke up, and try and punish these failed movements from Team Spirit.
Underneath the ward right here is Miposhka is trying to head out, and they're looking for the bigger kill. Who can they find? Right. Has that level 6. Nightmare to start. And it looks like Miposhka's gonna be the one that is left behind for dead. So,
Queen of Pain.
Oh no. Iceberg in some trouble. Sonic Wave doesn't have the mana. Oh, the cogs broke the mana for Blink. Oh no, Iceberg. There was a way. Stun comes out in the kill with the regen rune too. Man. Oh, the cogs mana burn. That hurts.
That hurts. Like, and he did it right. He used Sonic Wave to make some distance between himself, Clockwork, and Dragon Knight. But the Cog mana burn. Was it? Did he have mana for Blink before the Cog?
He did. He could have blinked out.
That's just.
Well, so it goes.
Hard to watch. Yeah.
Well, at least he'll have the regen rune for when he's full HP and mana. That's important. But let's see, it's 6-8. They managed to find that other kill down bottom in the jungle, and the lead has not ballooned up like crazy yet. And if there's anything to sort of hang their hat on, it's that yes, the tier 1 towers have been taken mid and bottom, but there hasn't been that like huge explosion of net worth that we sometimes see.
Yeah, and they rotated now towards the top lane. They will take this tier 1 tower. It looks like Team Spirit opts to not defend it. They also don't have any sentries. You don't really have vision top. You can get caught by an X assassin. Instead, they just pressure the bottom lane. Like, looking at it, really, Empire, they do have this extremely strong hard carry in the form of TV. If they can create enough space for him, this game can go and swing their way easily. They're not far behind, like you said. This is only a 2k goal difference.
We'll see if they can keep up this momentum at all, or if you know, Team Spirit are going to start to balloon the lead. I think definitely by taking this bottom tier 2, it's a nice little gift there for Spirit, and now they can try and claim the outpost and play the map a little bit more. But for Empire, they're at least keeping the farm going. You've got what? BKB on the way for Batrider. Quap is going in towards the Sanj after the Kaya, and TB. I think this is Manta coming out to him. No, it's just a Clarity. Never mind. He's going straight into Scotty.
He's going straight into Scotty. It's a little bit courageous, I would say, but it feels like he needs it, right? You're playing versus Razor. It's also pretty good versus Collapse's OD. Gives you some extra intent mana to work with, right? So you don't get blown up instantly by one Eclipse.
Right.
And it helps out versus DK. It's the perfect item. It's just that it looks a little bit weird to go Yasha Dragonlance straight into that Skadi.
Hook shot after the fact. TSA in a little bit of trouble now. Able to try and buy a little bit of space. Iceberg will have that Sonic Wave available. But gets caught, and now, oh no! They get the Meteor Hammer after the fact. Nightmare save. Dodge away, but the Hex comes out afterwards. Mapochka on the job, and Yutaro finds the finish. Just gonna try and get out of here, but no such luck. Collapse takes down Lightless the boot. The BKB reveal, and Team Spirit just layering those stuns perfectly. Now wards go down. This is falling apart a bit.
It certainly is, and it turned that 2k lead into a 5k lead in a matter of pretty much one team fight. Empire, they just got caught. You're not supposed to be taking these fights at the moment. Your cores are just not ready for it.
Yeah.
There's no BKB even on the Batrider that you mentioned. At least you need that. You need at least one BKB to be able to fight into the OD, to be able to catch a target and lasso out of position.
It's interesting, right? Because you just saw them walk into range of that sentry, and that's how it all starts up. And by the way, already now going to get caught. Meteor Hammer comes out and a banish into death, I believe. Does have stick charges, but won't be enough. And so doesn't even try. Yeah.
There's a double damage rune. Now on the top lane, maybe if they scout it out, they can go pick it up and go for Rosh. But right now, I think it's only the Radiant Wards that are seeing it.
Well, maybe they'll just go and deny it.
Go stick. Go stick. Oh.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh
under attack.
man, that is scary. But yeah, like again, like that fight mid, it doesn't need to be a fight. It could have just been like a pick off onto the Nyx, but decisions to go in and try and fight and ends up getting caught. Team Spirit always looking for that +1, that next hero to get after they've already caught one.
And Empire a little bit too eager to try and help their allies, right?
Yeah.
That's also a problem. Just wait for the BKB on the Batrider. You cannot take fights because if you look at Team Spirit, they have these 1-2 combinations and they're making kills with 2 heroes on 2 different sides of the map, right? They don't need to commit all 5. Need OD and Shadow Shaman or Clockwork plus DK, and they're completely capable of taking the target out. On the side of Empire, without Quap, I don't really think you have any damage to take down a single core.
That's true. I don't think you can. They're tanky or hard to kill, or you know, they've got a BKB in the case of Yutaro. Actually, they have it on DK now as well. So we will see how this one goes, but now also having at least one round of save from Collapse and TSA. Oh, no Dust right now to break it. So they smoke through, and good job by the Nyx to break the smokes and get out.
Mira instantly uses a rocket around the tier 1 to see who's there. He actually, the rocket does connect on the Nyx assassin, but you can't really see him. No sentries, no dusts. Can't go in. This should be Serpent into a Rosh Pit, I believe, for Team Spirit. And you do have a BKB now. It just completed on Ghost Stick. And Batrider is one of those heroes that can definitely make a good fight on Pit. As long as they don't smoke straight on this ward. Do they even have a smoke? They do. They're smoking straight on the ward.
Oh no. That is,
Yep. Yep.
Well, Team Spirit, you know, at the very least, they're gonna see, hey, there's snakes in here. They were doing this, and then the smoke came afterwards. I think that there was a ping. Spots everybody. Looks out. BKB, great reaction. Afterwards, BKB from Yutaro needs to try and hike this one away. Impossible. Hookshot comes in afterwards. Hex Lightless turn for the kill. Oh, the grenade keep him alive. Yutaro will eventually fall. Now the Tron Tokyo stunned. Sunder already used. They need a way to save this team. Taking too much damage. Collapse was there, and now sticking around for more. TSA couldn't fail Iceberg, hoping to find something here, but the Hex is out. And then the stun, and then the jump forward. Nothing. A triple kill comes from Collapse, and it might even be an ultra here as the Batrider also soon to die. Poor Empire and Spirit, too freaking strong.
Collapse, just too freaking strong.
Yeah.
Overall, Team Spirit, I felt like that fight could have went a little bit better for Empire if they managed to control the Shadow Shaman. The moment Shadow Shaman gets his claws on top of Terrorblade and he can't really move, he can't hit anything, it's over. But
the dark.
They reacted really well to the smoke. That Rider, he BKBs before he gets stunned by the BK. They do manage to lasso a proper target, even though he gets glimmered on Razor and he lives a bit longer. It didn't look that horrible for Empire. Sadly, Shadow Shaman, I feel like he's the MVP of that fight. He just does so much work. Together with Collapse, obviously, which is that's documented.
I mean, to be fair, it's like it's interesting seeing him play on heroes that are so different from his other ones that he's really good on. So that's kind of cool. But also, you know, if he does have a style of hero, it feels like the style of hero is a broken hero. So you know, that works also. Oh, can't. Apparently doesn't want it. Nice, well played. There was a weird thing going on too when Collapse was taking the HS that he was threatening to Astral Mira as Mira was trying to TP away. It seems like they're having fun playing right now, Team Spirit.
Yeah, he's dropping items as well in the middle of team fights.
I like it.
That's kind of useful, I guess, because of Essence Flux. Not sure it's percentage based, right? Like, is it useful or is he just BMing? I'm not really. I think it's a bit of a BM. Top lane might be.
Oh no, Iceberg. Caught and most likely going to be killed as they got the Hex afterwards. Ghostic trying to stop the pain, but there is no stop. As Ghostic gets turned on now too. You're running into wards, my friend. Gotta be careful. Wants to run away, and also a fight going on the other side. Kaori gets chased down by Razor. That's a death. Oh, and sick now too. There's nowhere left to go, buddy. No Blink Dagger and no Firefly, and Mira is there. As the Jace will come. Wait a minute. Yep. Jump forward. Stun comes out. Shackles afterwards. Dead. Done. Collapse kills off TSA. Yeah, the game is well and truly off the rails now.
Yeah, he was chasing that Nyx Assassin for a little while. He uses 2 Astral Imprisonments and then he's thinking, do I Meteor Hammer him? Nah, let's just pop him with the ulti. Just goes. Nyx was like 90% HP. He just disappeared.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
At this point, they're just way too far ahead, I feel like.
Yeah, and game definitely completely out of their control at this point. But there is still going to be an attempt, a hope to hold off. But Toronto Tokyo now has a DD and the Aghanim Scepter with level 3 ulti. So we've got the Giant Dragon coming out here.
That's Yag's Scepter on the DK. What's interesting for me is that Razor didn't go for Refresher Orb. Like usually that's the build that we're seeing at the moment. Instead he goes for the Manta. There isn't really too many things that you need to Manta off in this game, but I guess he decided to spice things up a little bit, change his item build.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of unique builds. I haven't seen the Manta before, but yesterday we had like Falcon Blade Maelstrom into AC Satanic.
Oh really?
Times, yeah. So there's been a little bit of like change-ups, it feels like, but I've never seen this one with the Manta.
Yeah, interesting. Like most of the games that I have followed and watched on Razor is the Refresher Orb. It just feels so good. After Falcon Blade and BKB, obviously.
Right. I'll go stick. Open up Manta to dodge it. The pushback for Hex afterwards. Mira taking a lot of damage from these TB illusions. Nightmare afterwards keeps Iceberg from getting completely obliterated. And actually the Scotty doing some decent work, but with an Astral afterwards, another Astral. They've got Sanity's Eclipse up in 30 again. Meteor Hammer dropped, not quite on the mark.
Is under Radiant's top tower.
It did hit the shot tracks. Oh my god, Push, what are you doing?
He was a little bit, just a little bit too deep.
Yeah.
He was trying. So what he was doing is he was trying to follow up on the TB once the Meteor Hammer connects, but I guess he got confused a little bit after it did not connect. He just kept on going.
It's like, Collapse, sir. Have you baited me?
They still do take down the Raxes. They got what they came for. They can move back a little bit. They still have 30 seconds on the Aegis though.
Yeah, some more time. This could be interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
Wait, it's the next stuff that looked... Okay. It's actually good for Empire. Queen of Pain survives. I think Bane used Sleep. Yeah, he used Nightmare on her. Like, he literally used Nightmare as Sanity's Eclipse was connecting. He saved...
Again, Meteor Hammer hammer drop, not quite on the mark.
Radiant
Interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
Ages though.
Yeah, some more time. This could be interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
Wait, is the next person that left? I think it's you're all to wait for Lightless, but top lane, he's fine. You're just waiting for him, right, to get this BKB next, and once he gets that BKB, perhaps you can take a team fight. And you're hoping that they don't end before that.
Right. Well, at the very least, like, that Aegis is gone, so maybe if there is some pressure that goes up towards the high ground again, there's a chance for a bit of a comeback here. I love this too.
Yeah, what Empire is doing is they're setting up a fight around this triangle. They are aware that the triangle itself has no wards, but again, I think that they got spotted.
Yeah, that smoke. They have a really good ward here, though.
Look at Taro.
Looking for a jump, maybe. Again. He's got that BKB red. Taro jumps in. Good to get caught. Taro push back. There's another round of the banish, though, and OD has Sanity's back up in 20 seconds. Tokyo chased down. The Cinder is there. He's got to be careful. Lightless getting slowed. OD on the far side. Looking for the chase, and, well, with Sanity's back up in just a couple of seconds, Lightless is going to die no matter what. Doesn't even need it. Looking for more. Coyote likely to fall, although does manage to get the save there by TSA. Buyback comes from the Clockwork, and Team Spirit, they take down 3.
So many funny and chaotic things were happening in that fight. I feel like the teams are DMing each other the whole time. Like Razor, he's sitting there AFK with the Manta illusion, right? Like he's acting like he's AFK, but it doesn't matter because of reflection. It shows the right one.
Right.
So they are able to go on him. Then Strider clips him then with the lasso, and Razor is just chilling there. And afterwards, Batrider actually puts him down for some reason with Flame Break. He's like, okay, come down.
Yeah, we'll come back over again. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But in the meantime, you know, the big story, it feels like, is that in the Spirit, they don't need that much to get huge. And BKB the turn, and now the hook shot comes through onto 2. Razor is very low, and looking like he's going to try and get out of there. The jump away comes, collapse, blinkbacks also. Mira still living through all of this and waiting for that Sanity's Eclipse to come out. Round 2 blows them all up. Not bad at all. Lightless trying to back out. A hell of a lot of damage. Tokyo finally going to pop that BKB. There's the stun. They got the shackles. Everybody's dying. Empire going to drop, and GG is finally called. The pain can end as Team Spirit going to take this one 2-0.
Whoa. That was a beatdown. The first game they had some really decent